Let us keep chanting Srijanam, Namaste, Om Sai Ram, Jai Guru Datta, Sastri. Let us chant until Panditji comes back to the Singhasana. Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurve Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nitya Smaranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nitya Smaranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nitya Smaranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Sadguru Charanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhava-bhaya-haranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Nitya Smaranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhava Sadguru Charanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhava-bhaya-haranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Bhava-bhaya-haranam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam Ganesha Sharanam Param Pavanam Satya Sainam Gajananam प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय।
सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। डिवोटीज एक बार मैं आप सभी का आज के सत्संग में हृदय से स्वागत करता हूँ। लाइक टू से स्पेशल वेलकम each and every one of you once again for joining with us Ramcharitmanas Katha, the second session. Behalf of all our devotees, Shri Vrindavan Dham, Jai Durga, Mandir, Panditji, like to say special welcome again. It's a pleasure to hear nice, great katha from you. And these kathas leads us to the bhakti path to build a very, very strong relation, unity with each other. And that's what we like to see, especially in this Sanatana Dharma. Sorry to say, Sanatana Dharma is the one which one you can say small groups going here or there because of many reasons. And to remove those wars, those divisions, we want to bring one unity together. And whenever person we understand our own responsibilities and we dedicate our time to Bhagavan and only Sanatana Dharma, that is the one which one brings us the happiness and success. And that is the Paramatma Bhagavan Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram. He tells us, he gives us the message. Before we pass to our respected Panditji to listen the katha from him, I ask everybody, please, you all can stand up for 1 minute and we will offer the prasadam. Those who have bhog to offer, please bring your prasad, and meantime we will sing the bhog prarthana. We will sing together and then we will pass over to respected Panditji to listen to the katha. Bole Vyas Ji Maharaj ki Those who have prasadam to offer, please bring your prasad. Thank you very much. Vrindavan Havishyanam Payajam cha sasarakaram Nana vidhim cha naividyam Grihadam Parameshwari Pao Maya Ji Mera Bhog Garib Ka Pao Maya Ji सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। अभी आप सभी बैठो कि हैव ए सीट प्लीज। थैंक यू very much. Now I pass over the mic to respected Panditji and to listen to the katha. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Panditji. Once again, namaskar, and it's an absolute pleasure to sit at your feet with your blessings to perform, to sing Ramayana this morning. Shri, Vrindavan, Dham. To all of you, I say namaskar, Sitaram, Namaste, Jai Gurudatta, Om Sai Ram, and of course to the birthday boy, still celebrating his 60th birthday. We say Janamdin ko Bidhai. As we begin this morning, this beautiful bhajan, we glorify Bhagwan. It says, "O Lord, today we are blinded by the darkness of ignorance. O Lord, grant us the light, the wisdom, so that we can follow the correct path of life. We are lost within the sorrows and the darkness of ignorance. Lead us through your reassuring rays of bliss. We are your children. All we do is seek your grace and compassion." This morning I want you to connect an imaginary ribbon. Pick a color. I think the color of the day should be yellow. And place that ribbon right to the feet of Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata, Mother Durga. And unravel that ribbon and bring it back down and pin it to your hearts. In other words, we are tying that umbilical cord when we were a baby to the Divine Mother of this universe. She's so prevalent, so present. We feel the energy this morning as we sing. आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। on this beautiful Sunday morning, even though we can't see him just yet, we give praise and thanks to Surya Narayan Bhagavan. That God, that form of Bhagavan, one of the 9 planets, who is most present as we call upon him. Om Bhashkaraya Vidmahi, Divakaraya Dhimahi, Tanno Surya Prachodayam. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Bolo. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. He Surya Deva Tubhyam Namami. He Bhashkaraya Tubhyam Namami. He Aditya Deva Tubhyam Namami. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. Tubhyam Namami Narayana. प्रेम से बोलो श्री सूर्य नारायण भगवान की जय। ओम शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भावहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथं. Clap your hands, devotees, and sing we glorify Satyanarayan Bhagavan. Narayana Narayana Om. Narayana Narayana Om. Narayana Narayana Om Satya. Narayana Narayana Om Satya. Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satguru Deva. Hari Bol. Narayana 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 Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satguru Deva. Prem se bolo Shri Satya Narayana Bhagavan ki Jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. As customary. By the way, do you feel the energy? So prevalent. Prem se bolo Shri Satya Narayana Bhagavan ki Jai. What a beautiful morning it is, indeed, as we celebrate birthdays. My dear brother Sastri ji, I must tell you I enjoyed the food, the cake, and all of the niceties downstairs last night, as well as, of course, our pravachan, our kathaa, and singing. I'm meeting so many of you from Pinal, from Devi, from South Trinidad. I felt like I was back in Rock Road. This morning, we'll take another spiritual bath. Let me also welcome Pandit Ramesh Maharaj ji, my dear elder brother, Pandit ji Sairam. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the other Pandits this morning as well. Those of you joining us online as well, my dear mother and father, Shri Pitaji, Pandit Shri Tulsi Prasad ji, and of course my mother, Miss Grace Prasad ji. Thank you for joining, and all the devotees from all over, and all the Kirtan group as well. Musicians, let's give them a lovely round of applause, please. Kavi Samrat Sahib Chakravarti Goswami Tulsidas ji. You know, it is said, if we took all the trees in this world and we made a big sheet of paper, think of the magnitude of this size of this paper. We took all the sand in the ocean, mixed it with the waters of the 7 oceans, and we made an ink. That too will still not be enough to write the glories of Rama. So great is the name of Rama, as we learned last night. Goswami Tulsidas ji would wake up every morning and he would climb 40 steps to go to his temple to perform puja. And every time he took one step, he composed the 40 glorious verses of Shri Hanuman Chalisa, which we will sing this morning as he glorified Mahavir Swami. Prem se bolo Pavan Putra Hanuman ki Jai. And as we sing this Chalisa this morning, we dedicate it to our birthday boy. May you continue to live long and prosper, as Panditji said last night, hundreds of years. Good health, strength and prosperity, and that wonderful heart of yours. May you always love and serve all selflessly as you do. Goswami Tulsidas Shri Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Mana Mukur Sudhar Barnao Raghubar Vimal Jasu Jodayak Bhal Jari Buddhihina Tanu Janke Sumiro Bhavan Gurmar Bal Buddhi Vidya Devu Mori Harahu Kale Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Namo Hanumate Namaha. Om 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 Namo Hanumate Namaha. Namo Hanumate नंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिवे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिवे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा धीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस्र बदन तुम्हारो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकालिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित गणेशा नम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि गोविंद कहि सकल गाते तुम पुकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा तुमरो कभी भीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्त्र योजन परमाणु विदुरारि मधुर फल प्रभु गोत्रिका में मुख माही कलहि नाम लिए चरत नाम गम काज जगत के देते सुमय मोद तुम्हारे देते राम तुम्हारे तुम रखवारे भूत नया बिनु पैसारे सब सुख दे तुम्हारी चरना तुम रक्षक जाहु धरना अपन तेज समारो भावे तीनों लोक भाग्य दीपावे पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ज्ञान जो लावे सब पर नाम तपस्वी राजा दिन के काज सकल दुख साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे अश्वनी कंदन राम दुलारे सुसिद्धि नवनीत के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पाए जगत जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंतकाल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे विजय सब दीना जो सुनिए हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई तुलसीदार पाठ कर कोई झूठे ही पंथ महा सुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होई सिद्धि साखी गणेशा तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा की जय नाथ जय नमो हनुमते नमः ओम नमो हनुमते नमः नमो हनुमते नमः ओम नमो हनुमते नमः पावन तनय संग we have all been pulverized with beautiful devotion, bhajan, kirtan, and of course, Shri Hanuman Chalisa. Goswami Tulsidas writes in his opening prayer now, Ramayan Yagya, Jo Sumirat Siddho, Ganana Yagya Karivar Badan. Beautiful prayer again, glorifying Bhagwan Shri Ganesha. Mother Saraswati, Mother Vani, we sing. Jo Sumirat Siddho, Gananayak Karivar Badana, Jo Sumirat Siddho, Gananayak Karivar Badana, Karahu Anugrasu Viraj Subhaguna Sadana, Mukahori Vachana, Pangujale Girivara Gana, Jasu Kripa Sudaya, Prabhu Sakal Kalimala Gana, Nila Saro Roshana, Aruna Yaruna Mari Janayana, Karam Sumauradha, Salam Shira Sagar Sayana, Kunda Indu Samadevi, Umaramana Karunayana, Jahina Parve, Karahu Kripa Maradanayana, Bandhavu Padkana, Kripa Sindhu Narupahari, Mahamoha Kamaho, Jasuvachana Ravikara Vikara, Josumirat Siddho, Gananayak Karivara Badana. प्रेम से वो भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। रामायण सुमरन, रामायण वंदना सुमरन। ध्येयं सदा परिभावनमभीष्टदोहं, तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरं चनुतं स्मरणीयम्। प्रेत्यार्तिहं प्रणतपाल भवामि कोटं, वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्। नीलाभुजं श्यामलकोमलाङ्गं, सीता समारोपितुभाग्यम्। पाणो महासायक चारुचापं, नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। रामायण कथा आरण्यकांड। भगवान रामचंद्र जी और अत्रि मुनि जी और अनसुया माँ देवी का संवाद। दोहा। Bhai और बहनों, my dear mothers, fathers, panditjis, gurus, brothers and sisters, devotees, our birthday boy, children, godchildren, grandchildren, friends. Those of us who were here last night would recall our kathaa of Bhagwan Shri Ram, Lakshmanji and Sita Ma on the hills of Chitrakoot. Our katha tonight takes us to the hermitage of Atri Muniji and Mata Anasuya. This meeting, a very divine one. Who was Atri Muni? Atri, sage Atri, was one of the 10 Manas Putras, meaning the brainchild or brainchildren of Brahma. And he was one of the Sapta Rishis, one of the 7 Rishis, great Rishis. He was also a teacher of Ayurveda and the father of Atreya. His wife, Sati Anasuya Mata, the sister of the sage Kapila, the great sage Kapila. As a boon from Lord Brahma, Bhagwan Vishnu and Lord Shiva, Anasuya Mata had Chandra, Dattatreya and Durvasa as kids. Indeed, Anasuya Mata literally means unenvious. So if you know anyone whose name is, anybody in the audience named Anasuya this morning? Beautiful name. Unenvious, the meaning of Anasuya. Free from jealousy, one of the 9 negative qualities which we as human beings we must get rid of before we go to the feet of Prabhu. Mahasati Anasuya is generally referred to as the model of chastity. She was well established in this term called Prativata Dharma, serving the needs of her husband. Prativata Dharma, Prati means husband of course, and Vrata means a vow. Prativratam is great of a woman. Her Prativata Dharma, even at the risk of losing her own life. Who is faithfully devoted to her husband? She who worships him as the Lord and serves him with all her heart, all her mind, her body and soul. Maryada Purushottam, Bhagwan Ramchandra Ji, Mata Sita and Lakshmana, they approached the hermitage of the sage. The opening doha tells us, Binati kari muni nai siru, kaha kara jori bahori, charan saror nath na jani, kabu tajai mati mori. As the sage now with tears flowing from his eyes, he jumps out of his seat and comes forward to greet the Lord of this universe. Goswami Tulsidas composed a beautiful chanda. Chanda is, in addition to dohas and chaupais in Ramayana, we have chandas, we have suratas, we have surats. Imagine now, devotees, a guest coming to your home for the first time. But this guest is the Lord of the universe, Maryada Purushottam Sri Ramchandra Ji. You know, long ago when we had, before the age of cell phones and in some cases in Trinidad, those of you from South, Devi, where I'm from, will remember, I think there was maybe just 1 or 2 telephones in the whole village. So you had to go and line up by the shop or by the grocery to use the phones. Those were the days. So when someone would travel from, let's say my uncle was coming from Toronto to visit Trinidad, there was no phones. So you all remember what a telegram cable? You know, the guy with the bicycle, motorbike would come and deliver a cable. And then what would it say? My father's nickname was Teach. Dear Teach, arriving Air Canada, 9:03, Thursday, August 25th, 9 p.m. That's it. And what happens when that simple little line, that telegram would come home? Mom will start, get up in the morning, wash, scrub, clean, paint in some cases, make sure the place is looking good. And not only that, I remember buses, taxis, 50, 60 of us, going to the airport in Northport, to receive one person. When I left Trinidad in 1980, about 200 people came to say bye to me. They were saying, good riddance, go, we don't need you. Now when I go to Trinidad, I have to call a Uber. Devotees, Lord Rama is coming. This is the feeling, the excitement is there, my Prabhu is coming. You know, pay the floor, clean the house. The preparations were made. Now, we are preparing our hearts this morning to receive this Shakti, the presence of our Lord. This morning, beautiful bhajans being sung. Panditji led us off with some beautiful kirtans. We had some beautiful kirtans here by the group as well. And what we were doing there, kirtan, bhajans, we were cleansing their heart. Just as though we cleanse the physical, we clean the physical house to welcome our guests. We are cleansing our hearts using the what do you call it? The cleansing agent, the purifying agent of bhakti. Panditji rightfully said, bhakti will allow us now to cleanse the heart for what? Remember that ribbon we connected to Devi Mata? They are all connected this morning. And we're pulling that positive energy now to stay in our hearts. Devotees, Vedic chants were being performed in the ashram of Atri Muni now. And in this surah, the Swami Tulsidas Ji, not all of this, Nathan, thanks. The Swami Tulsidas Ji could spend the paper and I'll tell you, beautiful, beautiful indeed. Namami Bhaktavatsalam Kripalu Sila Komalam Bhajami Te Padambhujam Akaminam Svabhadam Nikam Sham Sundaram Prabhulakam Jalochanam Madadidosamochanam Pralambhamayuvekramam Prabhavupemavaimavam Nisankachapasayakam Dharam Trilokanayakam Dileshamam Samandaram Maheshachapanamadam Munindra Santaranjanam Surari Vrindavan Manojavaidavam Ajaminamatam Vitam Vishuddhabodhavegraham Samaskadusanapalam Namami Indrapadim Subhakaram Satangatim Namami Bhaktavatsalam Kripalu Sila Komalam Namami Bhaktavatsalam. So sweet indeed. Swami Tulsidas Ji excels in this surah. I reverence you, Atri Muni saying, you who are so fond of your devotees, so compassionate and gentle of disposition. I adore your lotus feet, O Ram, which your selfless lovers, it is their home, their abode. You are possessed with an exquisitely beautiful outlook. You are like Mount Mandir, as it were, to chill in the ocean of existence. And you have eyes like a full-blown lotus. And you rid your vorterity, of pride and other vices. Immense is the might of your long arms, and immeasurable your glory, O Ram. You carry on your person, on your body, a quiver, a bow and arrow, O Lord of the three worlds, the ornament of the solar race. You broke the bow of Lord Shiva, delighting the greatest sages and saints. You crushed the host of demons, the enemies of the gods. You, O Lord, are an object of reverence to Lord Shiva, and you are adorned by Brahma and other divinities, O embodiment of pure consciousness. Devotees, Atri Muniji now and Anasuya bowed and bowed over again to the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ram, and they began to sing now. O Lord, you are the sandalwood, tum chandan, and we are like the water, hum pani. O Lord, your fragrance has permeated every part of our body like it is this morning. O Lord, you are the clouds and we are the wild peacocks. We look to you like a chakora bird. O Lord, you are the lamp and we are the wick. Prabhuji, Prabhuji, Prabhuji. Devotees, picture now we are seated, all of us this morning, seated in front of Lord Rama and Mother Sita and Lakshmanji. What will you say to him? Prabhuji, tum chandan pani pani, tum chandan pani. Prabhuji, tum chandan pani. Jaake ang ang baas samaayi, jaake ang ang baas samaayi. Prabhuji, tum chandan pani pani, tum chandan pani. तुम गणपन हमोरा मोरा, तुम गणपन हमोरा। जैसे चितवत चंद्र चकोरा, जैसे चितवत चंद्र चकोरा। प्रभुजी, तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, तुम चंदन हम पानी। Bhagavan Shri Ram is like the wick, it's like the oil or the ghee in the diya. And we are like that wick just dipped into that ocean of bliss and happiness. And now we light the flame, that flame of light, that flame of life, that flame of love. Prabhuji, tum deepak hum bani bani, tum deepak hum bani. जाके जोत बड़े दिन राती, जाके जोत बड़े दिन राती। प्रभुजी, तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, तुम चंदन हम पानी। O Lord, you are the Master, and we are your servants, your Dasi servants. Such is the devotion that sage Raidasa. Prabhuji, tum Swami hum dasa dasa, tum Swami hum dasa. ऐसे भक्त करे दिन रासा, ऐसे भक्त करे रही दासा। प्रभुजी, तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, तुम चंदन हम पानी। जाके अंग अंग बास समानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समानी। प्रभुजी, तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, तुम चंदन हम पानी। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय. The sage Atri continues to speak to Lord Rama. He says, you destroy all evils, O Lord. I bow to the feet of Lakshman. Lakshman, I bow to Lakshmi's Lord, Lord Rama, and I bow to Janaki Devi Mata, the fountain of joy and happiness. I adore you with your spouse and your brother. Atri Muni received Lord Rama, greeted him like his own son. Brothers and sisters, Goswami Tulsidas writes in Ayodhya Khan, as he glorifies Lord Rama, this beautiful chant. Very slowly. Shruti se tu palak, Ram tum jagdish maya janani. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shruti se tu palak, Ram tum jagdish maya janani. Shri Jagdi Jagpal Lati Hadati Rukh Maya Kripani Dhanji Jo Sahasasi Ahi Sisu Mahi Dharu Lakhanu Sachra Charhari Sura Kaj Hari Nar Raju Kan Chale and the bounds of the Vedas. Janaki Devi, mother of this universe, Lakshman, thousand-headed Sheshnag, the support of this earth. As the Prince of Ayodhya, you have come to slay the demon hosts and establish righteousness once again. In this village, in Chitrakoot, the sage Atri Muni, he had many disciples. He was a guru. You all know the meaning of the guru. We have great gurus in our Mandir. The remover of darkness. Last night we spoke about steadfastness. In this village, it was a farming community. And over the years, a great drought ensued, meaning there was no rains. Instead of the villagers now supporting the Guruji, who was doing great penance, and also Anasuya Mata, great penance, for rains to come, to of course provide drinking water to feed the animals and the crops and so forth, they started leaving one by one. Let me draw a reference. I'm not going to go negative, but let me draw a reference. In any situation, in any form of government, in any organization, when things are good, everybody's there, everybody wants to go. Hang on. The minute there are calamities or difficulties, what happens? The grass is greener in Florida. Let me move down there. This is how people operate. Devotees, when you believe in something, when you have firm faith in God or a guru or leader, you stand strong, good or bad, you stand, you uphold. Satyam varam dharmam charam. Our scriptures teaches us. Stand up for the truth and righteousness, it will uphold you. Dharmote rakshite rakshita. Stand up for dharma, dharma will uphold you. Case in point. Anasuya Mata used to travel miles every day with a kamandal on a goblet on her head to go to the river to fill water and bring it back. So that Atri Muni was in tapasya, deep meditation, calling for rains to come. Rains were not coming. She would go fetch the water every day as a duty. She could have left. Life could have been easier somewhere else. But devotees, she showed dedication and devotion to her Lord. And she began to do tapasya. She didn't eat, she fasted. And she continued to pray, devotees. And very slowly now, the Mandakini river, Mandagati as it's called, the Mandakini river through Dharti Mata came to that spot underground, right where Trimuni was, because of the devotion and the penance and the faith and the bhakti of Anasuya Mata, and sprouted like a water fountain. Water came. Where were the villagers then? This is why, devotees, when you are fixed on your goal, do not let go, do not surpass. What did Swami Vivekananda teach us in Chicago many years ago? Arise, awake, and stop not until that goal is met. These are the teachings that we should follow. Bhagwanji Satya Sai Baba tells us this as well. Do not falter. Become sevaks, become dasis. Love all and serve all selflessly. Don't ever look for anything in return. And what does he say also? Help ever, hurt never. Devotees, Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes now, Anasuya Mata welcomes Sita Mata and takes her into the little carrot house, the carrot shed that they had. Let's see what Goswami Tulsidas Ji says in his Chaupai. Anasuya की पद गई सीता मिली बहोरी सुशील विनीता ऋषि पत्नी मन सुख अधिकाई आसीसा दे निकट बिठाई. Mother Sita, who was good natured and modest, she bowed to the feet of Anasuya and clasped her hands, clasped her feet, sorry. Dandavat, we spoke about this last night. Dandavat, when you bow, the whole body goes to the ground flat. The head also touches the ground like a stick. Anasuya picked up Mother Sita, devotees, clasped to her bosom and hugged her immensely. Then she ordained her with some gifts. She gave her a pair of earrings, 2 clean saris. Remember, Mother Sita was dressed with a cloth in the forest. 2 clean saris that were made by Vishwakarma. Who was Vishwakarma? He was the tailor of the gods. And then she gave her a divine cream. It's called the Angar Raga cream, which when you smear on the body, it will always radiate beauty. It's probably made of turmeric. You know, we have, when we do weddings, we put saffron, turmeric. Everything now has turmeric in it, isn't it? All these MAC cosmetics. You all use MAC cosmetics? I do. Turmeric. This is what it was. Oh, Janaki Devi Ma, she said, you should always follow the loyal, honorable, and just by that model. And always support Maryana Purushottam Shri Ramachandraji. Follow him. Let Raghav return home with all the welfare, she says, along with you, O Devi. Brothers and sisters, Mother Sita now related to Anasuya Mata the meeting of her and Prabhu Shri Ram, how they met. The breaking of the bow and the exile to the forest of all of the hardships. And to those of you who are married, to those of you who are thinking about marriage, to those of you who will be married one day. When Mother Sita saw Lord Rama in the beautiful gardens, when their eyes locked in for the first time, you know, in Trinidad, colloquially we have a term for that, it's called tabanka. You all heard about that? Their eyes locked together for the first time. And Cupid, so to speak, what did Sita Mata do? Goswami Tulsidas says she took a painter's brush, literally, and painted the image of her Lord in her heart. And you know what that means, right? When you paint an image in your heart, not just take a picture, you're painting an image in your heart. There's only room for that image, and the one in that image only was Lord Rama. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And furthermore, she went, if you remember the kathaa, maybe some other time we'll do that kathaa. She went to the image, the murti of Bhavani Shankar Mata, and she prayed to her. And when she, while praying to Devi Mata, asking for Lord Rama to become her husband, the mala flew out of the neck of Devi Mata and went around the neck of Mother Sita. Beautiful katha. Jai Mata. As our katha continues, standing by your loved ones in good times and bad. We just drew a reference to how the villagers took off when things went bad in the village, even though the river Mandakini finally came. I'll give you a story. This happened recently. There was a couple in California, USA, and they were dating, you know, they weren't married. And eventually they got engaged. But the young man lost his job, and he was job hunting, you know. While he was working, he had a pretty good job. So he would be going out, you know, they went out to movies, normal thing, you know, Western world movies, dinner, all these things, traveling and so forth. When he lost his job, now all of that stopped. So what does his fiancée do? She says, aren't you going to get a job? He says, yes, I'm trying. So he was doing little odds and ends, you know, cutting lawns and washing cars and so forth. But every week, you know, he'll be harassed by his fiancée. Why aren't we going? Can't we go somewhere? No, we don't have any money. She says, look, I need a break from you. I'm just going to move on. That Friday evening, after cutting lawn in the hot sun, he went to a 7-Eleven and he bought one lottery ticket. You can fill in the blanks what happened after that. Devotees, his phone didn't stop ringing after that. Where are you? I miss you. I want to come back. This is what is called sticking it. You know, in one of the wedding vows, one of our wedding vows in Sanatan, in our wedding vows, in good times and in bad times, I will support you. This is our dharma, this is what we preach, this is what we teach, and this is what we should live by. And Anasuya is teaching us this morning. Our final chaupai this morning, before we bring this katha to a close, Mother Sita now speaks to Anasuya about the blessings of her in-laws, not her parents, her in-laws first. Who was her in-laws? The King Dashrath, and of course the three queens. Let us see what Goswami Tulsidas writes in this beautiful chaupai. Sad, you wake up in the morning, you feel, oh, I really don't want to get up and go to work or drive on that 401 today. Here's the answer. Let's take 60 seconds. Say with me, come on. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Follow. Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. One more time, come on, sing. Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Rama. Matu Pita Pahidkari Mit Prad Sab Suno Rajkumari Shri Ram Jai Rama Amit Dani Bhara Vaidehi Adhama Sonari Jo Seva Devi Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Veeraj Dharma Mitra Arunari Aapad Kaal Par Rakhiye Jai Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama प्रेम से बोलो भगवान रामचंद्र की जय. In conclusion, devotees, this morning, Mother Sita and Mother Anasuya, they spoke about the values of a woman and also the values of a wife. Morals, dress codes, the type of food, the swabhav, the way you should speak, and of course, character. Mother Sita now, in describing her husband, in describing his ways, in describing his love, not just for her, but for all his devotees, she gives us this beautiful bhajan, as any wife would sing to her husband. It says, dear husband, you are my temple, you are my prayers, you are my deity. If somebody could see you with my eyes, they would realize what you are to me. You all know the bhajan very well. Sing it with me.
तुम्ही मेरी मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता, तुम्ही मेरी मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो। कोई मेरी आँखों से देखे तो समझे कि तुम मेरे क्या हो, कि तुम मेरे क्या हो। जिधर देख लिए हो उधर तुम ही तुम हो, न जाने मगर किन ख्यालों में जिधर देख लिए हो उधर तुम ही तुम हो, न जाने मगर किन ख्यालों में मुझे देख कर तुम जरा मुस्कुरा दो, नहीं तो मैं समझूंगी मुझे से खबा हो। तुम्ही मेरे मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो। तुम्ही मेरे माथे की बिंदिया की झिलमिल, तुम्ही मेरे हाथों की गजलों की मंजिल, तुम्ही मेरे माथे की बिंदिया की झिलमिल, तुम्ही मेरे हाथों की गजलों की मंजिल। मैं हूँ एक छोटी सी माटी की गुड़िया, तुम्ही प्राण मेरे, तुम्ही आत्मा हो, तुम्ही मेरे मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो। बहुत रात बीती, चलो मैं सुनाऊं, पवन झेले सरगम, मेलोडी सुनाऊं। बहुत रात बीती, चलो मैं सुना दूं, पवन झेले सरगम, मेलोडी सुना दूं। तुम्हें देख कर ख्याल आ रहा है कि जैसे फरिश्ते कोई सो रहा है। तुम्ही मेरे मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो।
Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Ramchandra ki jai. Devotees, as I conclude this morning, after the gifts were exchanged, and Mother Anasuya spoke to Mother Sita at length about Pratipatha Dharma. Bhagwan Shri Ram, Lakshmanji and Mother Sita, they awoke the next morning, performed Havan with the sage at his ashram, and then proceeded into the forest after their morning bath. Without character, without wealth, without education, social status is of no avail. Character is the fragrance of the flower, our Baba tells us. It gives us value that is worth. Poets, painters, artists, and scientists may be great, each in their own respective field. But without character, it can have no standing in society. Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba tells us, you can lose wealth, you lose nothing. You can lose your health, you may lose something. But when you lose your character, you lose everything. Khatam ho gaya. The power of spirituality is inexplicable and infinite. The institute or individual that cannot obtain this level of spirituality becomes an animal or behaves like animals. And the power of spirituality can transform an animal into a man and a man into a divine being. The paths of spirituality have sprung up to lead us from this human state to that of the divine, so that we can go back to where we have all come from, Vaikuntha Loka. We have tried to understand everything. We have an urge to learn and to know and to understand. But the main thing that we miss, even the scientists, great as they are, educated as they are, all of the degrees behind their names, is a simple one, and it's called Main kaun hu. We're not singing Bollywood this morning, that was last night. Main kaun hu. Who am I? Yes, we want to know, tum kaun ho, who are you? But we fail to realize, who am I? Just 2 weeks ago, I was in New York City, performing Yagya. And during the pandemic, I started, most of you know, I started an online series called Shri, bi-weekly spiritual broadcast. It has gone viral. All the stations, TVs, radios have picked it up. By the way, this morning we are broadcasting live on TV. My dear brother, Pandit Satyanand Maharaji, thank you for allowing us to stream live all over the world this morning. And there was a blind auntie. Blind is not a good word. Visually challenged. Visually challenged auntie from Guyana, who, even though she could not see, she felt the love and the vibrations emanating from the airwaves, the radio waves, or the internet waves. And she came to the satsang, or the Yagya. And on the very last morning, the Sunday morning, she says, Panditji, I would like to sing a bhajan. Devotees, she began to sing. And she sang a beautiful bhajan to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And I will guarantee you that there was not a dry eye in that mandir that morning. Why? Not because she was visually challenged, because of the bhakti and the love that she sang from. Even though she was cut off from this physical world, I am sure that Bhagwan Shri Krishna was residing inside of her. And when she sang, the tears of joy flowed from her eyes. That is Tum Kaun Ho. That is my Kaun Ho, sorry. Who am I? She realized who she was. She doesn't need, this is material, this is Maya. What was more important to her was that Bhagwan was inside and she's ready to go. This is the level of spirituality we need to achieve. And this is what Ramayana teaches us. The ocean of bliss and joy. And finally, we look at Narad Muni, for example. One of the great scholars, greatest scholars. What was Narad Muni's mantra? What did he walk around the universe chanting? Narayana, Narayana, 24/7, 365. How could he not be one of the greatest of the greats? Narad had mastered the 64 types of learning, all the sciences. The 4 Vedas, the 6 Shastras, the 20 Upangs, painting, sculptures, dance, music, literature. He had it all. He was a master. None could surpass. If you think we could sing Narad, nobody could surpass Narad Muni in singing. But in spite of such all accomplishments, Narad Muni had one drawback. What was that? He was chanchal. He was restless. So even the greatest of the greats, although they attained all of these merits, we're not knocking him. Narad was a great saint. But he was chanchal. He could not control that restlessness. Even though he had a mystical formula, all he had to sing was Narayana, Narayana, Om. That's all become Shanti. Devotees, As we bring this two-session yagya to a close, and in speaking with Panaji last night, we'll be back to sing and chant more Ramayana for you at some point. Bhagwan ka darshan hai, with the blessings of God, as blessings of our Gurus. It has been an absolute joy and pleasure to share with you whatever little that we could in these two sessions, and most importantly so, to have to meet, having an opportunity to meet all of you after such a long time. And to my dear brother Sastri ji, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to come and to sit with you all, you and your family and your friends, and the whole of Pinal. I'm so happy that I've met all of you. To sing, to chant, and to learn from our scriptures. To Marilu Didi, I think she's here. Marilu Didi, yes. Thank you for the opportunity again. You played a little part in getting this organized. Mini Didi, nice to see you as well. Namaskar. Thank you for joining us. And as I leave you with one final bhajan this morning, I ask all of you to sing and to chant and to clap. Nathan, what's your favorite bhajan? Give Nathan a lovely round of applause, please. One of the finest musicians that I've ever known. Sorry? A long bhajan. I'll tell you what.
Because she came from Ram to
All the way back. Let's, you know what? Mother is calling. Let's glorify Devi Bhavani Shankar Mata. As we connected, those of you who walked in a little bit late this morning, we connected a yellow ribbon from the feet of Bhavani Shankar Mata and we pinned it to our hearts. If you haven't done so, do it now. And while this bhajan is being sung, I want you to look at the beautiful face of our mother. And she's beaming with radiance and with positive energy. And as the late Dadaji, Pandit Shri Hariom Sharanji said in this bhajan, as we glorify her beauty, her form, her Shakti, when everyone else in the world abandons us, you could count that our mother, when she opens her arms like this and says, "Come my children," she loves all of her children equally. We glorify her this morning. प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बे माता की जय। सरस सुपावण शक्ति जगे तेजो मैया पार हे आनंद स्वरूपिणी मम हृदय कर उजियार। जय मां जय मां आराधन तेरा करूं निश दिन आधोया सब अंदर शक्ति जगे गाओ तब शुभ नाम। जय मां जय मां पातित पावनी मात है बालक शरण मन मंदिर वरदान दे यही विनती बारंबार। जय मां जय मां जगदम्बिके जय जय जग जननी मां। मन हरना सुहाया है क्या मन हरना सुहाया
है जगदम्बिके, जय जय जगजननी मां। दुर्गा काली श्री राधा हे मां, हे मां, हे मां। श्री राम तुही, श्री कृष्ण तुही, दुर्गा काली श्री राधा ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शंकर में, ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शंकर में तेरा ही तेज समाया है, तेरा ही तेज समाया है। जगदम्बिके जय जय जगजननी मां, जय मां जय
कथा विसर्जन होत है, सुनो वीर हनुमान, रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण। एक घड़िया गुजर आओ मैं पुण्यार, तुलसी संघट साध के घटे घोटे अपराध श्रोता सब असम गए शंभु गए कैलाश रामायण मम हृदय आन करहु तुम पास परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमात्मैष्ठान मोक्ष प्रदातं बाबा विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं
प्रजा रामचंद्र की जय सीताराम सत्य पंजी
बोले श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री व्यास जी महाराज की जय। Devotees, once again, so nice, so beautiful katha, but it's so sad it completes so fast. We just start warm up 2 days and Sastri ji, next time, yes, this is the always next time. But give one round of applause please for our very respected, very devotional way, very nicely he had completed these 2 sessions by singing the bhajans, chaupais, chand, doha, many different ways, which one we can relate with our daily life also. He just spoke about the energy. Energy we receive, devotees, when we come to the Mandirs, especially when we stand in front of Ma Bhagavati Paramba, Paramatma Shri Ram, Maryada Purushottam, or your Ishta Devta, which one we call. We cannot compare that energy with anything. That energy is priceless. The moment we spend in front of Paramatma, we cannot compare those moments, how useful those moments are. Vendaji, he just said, like when you feel there's no energy, no Shakti left, even to go to work or to 401, drive on 401, but you know what? Do not forget. And he guided us. You know what he said? Just chant the name of Paramatma Shri. Right? And the Shakti of Ram, each and every one of us, we worship Pavanaputra Hanumanji. Am I right? Those who do so, then raise your hand please. See, yes, now, right? But if we are worshipper of Pavanaputra Hanumanji, then we should never feel like I have no energy or Shakti-heen. You know why? Pavanaputra Hanumanji is the one who knows reality of the name of Paramatma Shri Ram. The Shakti of the Ram. The benefits of the Ram. By chanting one time Jai Shri Ram, and he has crossed that ocean for the which one the miles, he has to go to the Lanka and he crossed the 84 lakh yojana par. The ocean which one we cannot even see through the other side, other shore, but by chanting the name of Ram, devotee, he reached the other shore of the Lanka. So what I'm trying to say, whenever we feel helpless, whenever we feel Shakti-heen, always chant the name offer Paramatma Shri Ram, and you will be full with the Shakti and strength, and you will achieve your mission very soon, very clear. So, once again, behalf of Mandir, behalf of all our respected devotees, the family of Shri Vrindavan Dham, which I really, really appreciate for your great messages you gave us, and we really appreciate. Thank you. Give one round of applause. And now, yesterday, entire family, they said few words about Sastri ji, and today, I don't think so our Yagya or this katha will be complete before Shastri will say himself few words. No, I must start to scratch his throat. I want you to say at least a few words and say thank you to everybody. And I know you are very, very great person, personality, person, and great devotee, supporter of Sanatana Dharma, and many other qualities you possess, you have. Then before we conclude, please say a few words. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. Panditji, we're going back a long time, way back in the days, from school days, I remember. It's nice having you back here and doing 2 sessions of Ramayan Katha, old style, school days styling, right? Thank you very much, Panditji. Pandit Damoraji, and to all the other Pandits in the temple. Thank you all very much. I know every time I call on you guys there for me. You always. I must thank you, and always remember my support is there for you. To all my friends and family who has come from far, close, from other countries, I want to thank you all. I don't want to call names. I just want to thank you all. I feel so blessed having you all with me. Who couldn't make it, who cannot make it, they are viewing it on Facebook. I know for sure. I just want to thank you all for everything that you have done for me by just supporting. I want to thank you. And to my wife, Lynette, Shashmel, my son, he couldn't make it today. He has one of his classmates is getting married this morning, so he had us to go to be with him. So I give him that opportunity to go. So to my parents, what can I say? I'm lucky to have you guys with me for my 60th birthday. It's a blessing to have you both with me. I love you guys. Anytime you need me, call on me, I'm there for you. Okay, and I think that's it, Panditji. Yes. Thank you all. And remember, food is prepared. Everyone take part and enjoy.
Thank you, Shastri. Before we conclude, once again, really appreciate for your cooperation, for your dedication towards to the Dharma, towards to the Mandir. And of course, Lynette, don't worry now, because she was telling me when we celebrate the 50th birthday, then her hairs start to get graced little. And then by 55, little more. Then she was worried what will happen now after 60. Nothing will happen. It will start to get black again, don't worry. But anyway, Paramatma's blessings to each and every one of you. It's so nice again to sit down as one family and celebrate your birthday, and of course continue to serve the Sanatana Dharma. Panditji, once again, thank you Beta very much, and Rajan and Betty also here. Then each and every one of you, those who coming daily basis, or then at least please come Sundays or satsangs. And me and Panditji, we were discussing. Then he said when he can come. Then he looked his calendar and he said, wow, This whole year is full. Right? But we will see whichever month, whichever date, we will work together. And again, his blessings, his appreciation, and of course his commitment towards the Dharma is so great, and I really, really appreciate for the dedication. Thank you, Panditji. And what is this time I have Panditji Aarti karenge. We will perform Aarti, final Aarti. I just want to remind you from tonight again we will have 4 sessions of Ramcharitmanas. Sometime the Panditjis, whichever language they prefer, I go for it. This time I asked Panditji to deliver 2 days in English very, very well, nicely. Now we're getting in Hindi session, also 4 sessions, Hindi, English mixed together. But all together is the name of Paramatma. जैसे मैंने कल कहा था, as I said yesterday, we need to remove these small walls which were creating the divisions because of the language, because of the color, because of the country, because of the place from where we came. Always remember, we all are who? One. And we all are worshipper of Hindu Sanatana Dharma. Dharma rakshati rakshata. तो इसलिए परमात्मा आप सबको सुख, शांति, आनंद प्रदान करें. As we conclude, we will perform final aarti. Devi, let's stand up please for aarti. We will sing 2 aartis. First aarti we will sing Ramayan aarti, and after that we will sing our regular aarti. And please make 4 lines of 5 lines and join with us for aarti. Kadali Varava Sambhodam Karapuram Devinam Ararati Kamam Kurave Ashyame Marado Bhava. Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram.
त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सा sahitam namami bhavam bhavani sahitam namami sarvamangalamangani Shri sarvartha sadhike Sharanye Triyambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardhanam Yat Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastu Me Paripurnam Tadastu Me Bar Bar Paramam Harashidev Shriram Padasarojana Payani Bhagati Sada Satasam Purasyapati Ramachandra Ki Umamati Mahadeva Ki Ganapati Maharaj Ki Lakshmi Narayana Bhagwan Ki Shivante Vihari Ram Ki Pavana Sudha Hanuman Ki Shri Surya Narayana Bhagwan Ki Shri Saraswati Mata Ki हे भाई मेरी सच्चियां जोता काली माता तेरी सदा ही और भाई सब संत की सदगुरु महाराज की सनातन धर्म की सनातन धर्म की सनातन धर्म की मेरे साचे दरबार की सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ द्यौः शान्ति अन्तरिक्षा शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्ति ओषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति शान्तिरेव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। सभी बैठ करके सभी प्रणाम कर ले। प्लीज बॉड ऑन एवरीवन। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोले श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की। तो अभी आप सभी आरती ले लें। प्लीज एवरीबॉडी टेक आरती एंड आफ्टर आरती चरणामृत and prasadam to each and every one of you. And bhojan is also prepared for everyone that we take part in bhojan. And while you passing aarti, I ask Shastri ji and Leader Shastri come near Mata ji to give you prasadam.